be able to hear me. Just one moment. I think this is the thing I need. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, everyone. Okay, just a second here. Maybe it's that one. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be looking at some different cards today. So I hope that you will enjoy all of the messages. The first deck here, this is number one. This is going to be the Mermaid Tarot, and each of these decks have a Lemurian with them, so they are full of power. Number one. Number two is the Universe Tarot. Number three is the Titanic Tarot. Okay, how awesome is that? So we're going to get a good look at some things. I'm also going to be just making this a little bit quicker today, as we do have company at our house, and our son from Texas is here and he's leaving today. So, well, I'm getting this done early so I can make a family lunch. All right, let me get this. I really need this a little higher on my work here. Aha, there we go. Sweet. So if you chose number one, we're going to discover these beautiful cards together. So bear with me. Here we go. These are absolutely stunning. Okay, look at these. All right, so just a reminder, there are some tags in this video, and they are just for some of the things that are available through my website, BDevine Online. And also there is courses available at teachable.com. All the links will be in the description. And there is free stuff there on Teachable for you as well. There's going to be more added, so I appreciate you all. And thank you for sharing. If you can't do anything else, just share, like, comment, all of those things, because it really helps to get the message out there, especially when people are given good messages and who've been sticking with you for so many years. YouTube doesn't like it so much. So let's just push past all of that and keep on sharing the light. We're going to start today with spiritual message, something that you need to hear. Here we go. Oh, it might not be. Oh, there it is. Okay. So if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. Okay, it's a positive, powerful message for you. So beautiful. All right, we're also going to have a quick look at these Red Rose mystical cards. And this is going to sort of reveal a bit of a theme for number one. Sword and Rose. Clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, and determination. Okay, well, we like that, right? So these are your two little messages here. All right, let's get these stunning Mermaid Tarot cards out. Okay, number one, clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. I love it. What's going on for number one? What do they really need to hear? Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Hey. Page of Wands. Look at these beautiful cards. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. All right. Now, I am going to ask for a card for the top. Ten of Pentacles. Isn't this is coming in with the revelations and the honor and protection. How beautiful is this, right? All right, number one. Here we go. I'm getting this element of surprise in this deck for you, number one. It appears to me that there is something that is coming up in the real near future that you are not quite aware of just yet. There's a sensation also of something that began as an idea or a thought or maybe a feeling that you had, and it's very quickly revealing itself in your life as something that's becoming more important to you. There is an energy of abundance, no doubt. There's an energy here of new beginnings and a focus on information. So this is where the revelation comes in, because you're suddenly getting clarity in situations that you've needed. For many of you, there has been some kind of situation regarding a relationship. And no matter what type of relationship that is, this deck is telling you that there's something that is refreshing or new about this situation in your life. Even if it's a current love or a current husband or wife, a long-term partner, there's something new and refreshing coming in. There's also a need for you to adopt a more focused intention on actually having things arrive in your life, that you've understanding that you have already built a lot of seeds towards growth and expansion in your life. So you don't want to start to doubt yourself now, right? You don't want to start that cycle again. Many of you are going to have arrivals in your life as well, and intention of great change, balancing things into perspective, very quickly bringing yourself into emotional fulfillment here as well. I feel for some of you that there is a connection with finding a bargain, getting more than you bargained for, purchasing something and it's even better than expected. That kind of surprise element is here as well. Don't become distracted by other people. I'm often telling you that because that is the surefire way. When you become distracted by other people, it's a surefire way for you to stop your progress and have to start all over again. If you become distracted by other people, then what happens is your life is governed by comparison. And you're always comparing or overthinking or overdoing or over worrying, over all that stuff. And so say you're heading on a golden pathway like this, you're heading out on the pathway, and then you're skipping along, and then you've got all of these trolls that are coming into the sides of the golden pathway, and they're like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Become distracted. Hey, you don't have any money. Oh, how are you going to do it? How are you going to make a living? Oh, your apartment's going to be, gone soon. Oh, that guy, well, he might be cheating on you. And oh, I've seen Don't you remember all the number sequences that you saw that was leading you down the rabbit hole to this, that, and the other thing, and and it just goes on and on. So you're on this pathway, and everybody is trying to take pot shots at you on the pathway and pull you off of it. Negativity does not want anybody to succeed. That's the whole goal. It's to embark upon a journey of destruction for you. And the negative mind will listen to that negative talk and then start to process it and then start to think about it, and then it starts to become your reality. So one of the most important things on your journey, whether you're a pagan or a witch or a religious person, whatever you are, is that you're following a very positive mindset. And it's not just before you go to sleep, because that's only a short period of time. Your subconscious is listening. Your subconscious is listening all day. So if you're not practicing proper positive mindset throughout the day, you are sabotaging yourself from having what you want, and then you're going to get cranky with the universe for not getting it. Okay? So work out the details, work out the derailments, where you are going off track, and come back on. Once you do this, you will actually secure the key. And then once you've opened up the key, you can also do the destiny code that will kickstart you off onto a brand new journey. That's free. You will, once you do this, you will see the new come into your life over and over again. The ingenious ways that the universe will provide. It's going to all be there for you. Some of you are actually, there's a birth here, there's a child here also. So for some of you, that's going to be relevant or important. And blessings that are coming in for you rapidly when you work all of this out that I'm telling you. As soon as we have breakthrough, an epiphany, we get to the other side of repeating a lot of things. So you're in the middle of that right now. Some of you are going to hear news of a new job and an opportunity. Some of you are going to hear news of this family extension, or, you know, something comes to the house. For example, on Tuesday, day before my husband's birthday, we're all sitting outside, and the cats that are the barn cats were staring at something, and I'm like, oh God, what is outside? What's around the back of the house? And they're staring and staring, and Bobby goes, oh my God, it's a little puppy. I'm like, what? Come on, no way. So I go closer onto the pathway, and I start calling this puppy over. And sure enough, it's a little black and white, scared to death, lost and lonely puppy. Looks like maybe a staffy or something similar. Just a bitzer maybe, I don't know. And he turned up, and he was just like leaning on my legs, and he was just so excited to see people. So of course we took him in, and then we took him to the vet to see if he was microchipped, and we've put all of the information up, and nobody's come forward. So he sleeps all night. He is a goodest boy. He just does as he's told. He's only like 3-4 months old. So a gift, I would say, you know, bringing some kind of extra protection or luck into the house. And if nobody comes forward, we hope not at this point, because he's just made his little way into everybody's hearts. Things like that that happen to you out of the blue truly are blessings from the divine. And this is the type of thing that's coming in. Okay. Oh, sorry everybody. Okay. Also, look at this. Unexpected wealth. Things that, you know, you can rely upon, people that you can rely upon as well in your life. Guides, ancestors, everybody is wanting you to actually break all of the cycles of the past and get it together because they couldn't, right? So notice that there's going to be quite an abundant phase a gifting phase, a giving phase, a balancing time, a time of joy, a time of wonder. You know, you're looking at things in a much different light. Good news that comes in, opportunity that is shining, and a new opportunity for the next phase of your life to begin, right? Beautifully getting ready, having an expectation. This beautiful loving vibration is here. Your cup is overflowing. You are seeing the fish everywhere, so that's also really abundant. And something that you've always wanted, a wish coming true. It is definitely here for you. And you're going to find yourself just so surprised at the magic of the universe. Okay? So number one, beautiful message. I hope you liked these cards as well. Let me know. These are called Mermaid. Mermaid Tarot. I didn't get the big kit. I just get the ones without the books and stuff, unless I'm collecting things, which I probably will collect this in a larger tin. Okay, thank you, number one. All right. Number two, you have the Lunar de Universe Tarot. Very different, beautiful cards. If you like these, let me know as well. They are stunning. Okay. All right, so we are also going to do a message, a spiritual message here, and the Red Rose mystical message. And I'm moving kind of quickly today because we have our son from Texas here, and he's leaving today, and I want to make a nice big lunch before he goes, so he doesn't have to be hungry on the plane. Plus we all like family day on Sunday. Okay, so spiritual message first for number two. Resilience is one of the strongest qualities that you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on that inner tower of strength anytime that you need it. You've got this. Woohoo! I love it. All right. Resilience. And a message about the reading, the focus. Separation. Sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you. You might be feeling like there's an uncertain future. Okay. Some kind of separation here. All right. We will use these as a focus on the reading today. So you are resilient, but you might be feeling something at the moment. All right, bear with me. I need to get some more incense on the subject. So readings, courses, everything is worldwide accredited. I teach you how and show you how you can get your own accredited stuff, so that people can find you at the accreditation board. They're looking for therapists, they're looking for practitioners, they're looking for Reiki, they're looking for whatever, and anything spiritual. And when you do courses with me, you're able to use my training provider number to get your own accreditation. You see how cool that is? So just remember that this is where it's at for teaching you the truth, showing you how to do something, and supporting you all the way. I'm still in the groups for the light leaders, and I'm still in the groups for the tarot. I'm still teaching and sharing and giving and channeling. So you don't get that anywhere else. Purchase course, you're done. So just remember, and I thank you all for sharing and commenting. Let's beat YouTube's restrictions and keep going. All right, number two. Enough of all that. Okay. What are these beautiful cards going to tell us? Knight of Wands. Fool. Beautiful. It's like watercolors. Right? The Fool. Four of Swords. Okay. There's the transformation, the separation, missing a person in your life. Okay. One more. Okay. And overall, all right, bear with me. Okay, so as we can see, the number 2 theme was about your resilience, and it is about your inner strength and power, and something that has ended in your life. And maybe you have been, maybe this is not so much of, okay, there's going to be some kind of breakup in relationship. Maybe this is grief coming from loss of a loved one, parent, etc. And it's funny because recently this happened where I was reminded of my dad's death in 2021 and how there are still some things that need to be like loose ends that need to be fixed. And when I received information from my stepsister, I was like kind of just thrown, you know. I'm like, oh, we're dealing with dad again. You still got problems going on in your end. Like, it was just all kind of, you know, brought up again. I guess that's the word. So maybe that's also what's happening in your life in your own way, where something is being brought to your attention and maybe you hadn't dealt with something completely. It's hard when you're very close to a parent and you lose them. It's even stranger when you weren't that close, but they're still your parent, you know? And it's like you don't know how to feel, you don't know how to resolve, or you don't think anything was resolved, right? So there's definitely this sensation here of coming to the surface, announcements being made. Perhaps there has been trouble going on in your life in one aspect or another. Maybe you haven't been completely honest with yourself in a situation, in your healing journey, in your spiritual journey, or maybe your expectations have been really high and someone has disappointed you. And the energy here is about you're moving past this though. So it's okay to be aware of something. It's when it continues and continues. Okay, so there are thousands and millions of people in this, right? Billions on the globe, and you're connected with your little section, whether it's social media or, you know, your family, your friends, right? So we're in this little section, and even that, where people have nothing better to say on social media or in their circles or as their friend, and then just all about themselves, or just all about their problems, or just all about their complaints, or just coming home from work and complaining, and you know it's coming. It's like the kid when their parents are coming home and they're like, oh God, they're going to be all grumpy and they're going to be this and that. So what it does is it starts this expectation of something going wrong, and then there becomes an anxiety because of the expectation of having it, right? So there's all these little cycles that we are dealing with on a constant basis, because I can't say to you all, and I can't lie and say that when people complain to me all the time that, oh, it doesn't bother me. Because after all of these years of hearing complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint because someone's got something going on, or, you know, even if it's not about themselves, but just, oh, this link doesn't work and that's broken and I can't see this over here and maybe you should do this over here, and, you know, perhaps you ought to go on this panel and maybe you should do this, and oh, maybe you should be doing a podcast, and maybe people should shut up and mind their own business is what I want to say sometimes, because I'm only one person. You know, this is all run by me. Everything that is given is me. There's no one I can pass it off to. There's no one that I can say, okay, it's 5 o'clock, I'm knocking off now. I can't do that. I work 7 days a week. I'm on call for people who are dying, cancer patients, people who are in terminal situations or in dire straits or suicidal. I don't know many others that will put in that amount of time in their regular job. And, you know, when you hear complaints constantly and you've got your shields up, or, you know, you're doing your declarations and whatever, you have to go through a transformation of accepting how you feel about it, right? You have to go through, like, you can't pretend that it doesn't bother you, because it does. And then you work out a way in which to fix it. So why does it bother you? I think that the expectation that other people have for others is higher than the expectation that they have for themselves sometimes. And I think that sometimes things could be worked out by people if they put the effort into their lives, right? If you actually put the effort into your spiritual work, you're going to get there. You're going to open up the gateways of the divine. You're going to have all of your knowledge there, your clairsentience, your clairaudience, your clairvoyance, everything. Claire. All of your abilities will awaken. The ancient self will step forward, and the knowledge and the wisdom will just be in your everyday life. But people are too lazy to do it themselves. They need answers for everything. And that's come a lot from people who stop reading, because all my knowledge is from reading multiple books, any book I could get my hands on any subject, even ridiculous subjects. That has helped me now. For example, I found a prescription drug book. It was a MIMS book in Australia, and it was at a thrift store. You call it thrift store, we call it an op shop. And I'm like, okay, for some reason I'm grabbing this book, I want this book. And in that book, I discovered what symptoms someone who had a psychological issue, what symptoms would come up if they needed an antipsychotic, they needed an antidepressant, if they needed an anti-anxiety. What were the symptoms of a person who was in that position? And then I found what drugs they would give them. And then I found all the side effects and everything of those drugs. So why did that happen? It started it was a stupid thing for me to be reading up. Had no interest in being a nurse in this lifetime. Done that plenty of times before. But it gave me key components to the people that were in my life and what their behaviors were, and that I was trying to get sense or sanity out of someone who was actually insane. You're not going to get it, because they're never going to get help. Some that do get help, they get the wrong help. Anyway, something will come into your life, number 2, that's going to force you to take a step back and reevaluate where your time is spent, because you have this beautiful 8 of Pentacles right here, showing that all of your talents are about to be coming to the surface. You're going to get rewarded for the talents that you already have. The stars there, you're a natural healer. You might heal by doing astrology. You might heal by numerology. You might heal through tarot. You might help people heal through Reiki. We know Reiki is just a Band-Aid. You have to get to the deeper complexities of someone's true root problem. But Reiki can then, once you've done all that work, Reiki can then help keep someone in that high vibe, right? So if you want to learn more, if you're a Reiki person and you want to learn more, Light Leaders Semester 1. Anyway, you have this resilience, you do. You have the strength, but even the strongest people get exhausted sometimes. And the exhaustion will show in high levels of stress in your body, big old stomach, bloating, all that sort of stuff. Right? That's where the high levels will show, because it's an internal, even if on the outside you seem absolutely fine, this internal energy is moving too quickly, putting pressure on everything in your body. So for number 2, you are experiencing a transformation, even if it seems like you're just going through sadness. By allowing yourself to experience, to feel, to accept, by allowing yourself those things, right, you will amplify your skills. By putting yourself in a place of protection and receiving every single day, okay, watching your mind thoughts, keeping yourself positive, looking out for random books, read more instead of looking up on Google an answer to something. Read, increase your vocabulary, increase your, it's like when you read, you can set it up that you retain. People go, I don't want to. Don't do that to yourself. Don't resist what your greatest strengths can be. Because if I didn't read like a you know what throughout my life, you all wouldn't know anything. Right? After all these years of giving you all information. That's I'm sharing with you a lifetime of cherishing any little book that I could find on any kind of subject that would be related to spirituality or healing and health. That would help me to get smart. I mean, I was always kind of smart, but I didn't finish school, any of that stuff. So I haven't been indoctrinated, let's just put it that way. But I have gotten smart through research. Do your research. Also, there's a message here of information that's coming to you that you need to be careful of receiving. In other words, if someone comes with a big old nasty about somebody else, for example, oh, did you hear blah, blah, blah. No, you don't want to hear it. Don't be involved in gossip and don't be involved in bad talking, because if you are, it'll come back to you. It really will. And people do that to me too. They want my input on things. And sometimes I feel really uncomfortable with expressing my input in situations because I don't want it to be misinterpreted or go back to the wrong person or whatever in the wrong way, which can happen. So rest up, allow yourself to flow a little more easier by accepting whatever's separated. You know that you're resilient. You don't have to be afraid of the future. You just have to be in a place of control of your life and your forward movement. Control yourself. That's all you have to do. Continue to uplift yourself and bring yourself into awareness and understand that the universe has got your back always. You're never punished. This is not about God punishing people. That's very upsetting when I hear cancer patients say that they're being punished. It's like, oh no. No. That's not what this is about. So begin the journey, and the healing and the patterns of your life and the people that are supposed to be in it, when you're in that uplifting environment, you will naturally draw them towards you. Don't make excuses for who you're hanging around with or even your family. They are what they are. Call them out on it or put a stop to having to cater to it. Only you can do that as well. So you're moving forward, trust in yourself and your abilities. It's all going to come about. Understand also that some things have to finish in order for the beginnings. And sometimes if something hasn't worked out, it's because the universe has something even better for you. I want this or something better. Okay, so let's look real close. Incoming information, visitors, support, a new journey beginning, a time out from a situation that might have been even a situation that you were grieving in some way or another. Acceptance of this and upgrade in your work and your abilities, right? Abundance coming in, healing happening, a different understanding, a different way of looking at things, right? And then your resilience, your courage is rewarded here. And information that you maybe just don't want to listen to. So make sure that you're saying no when you need to, number 2. Okay? All right. If you like these cards, let me know. They are the Lune de la Universe Tarot. There we go. And there they are. All right, sweet. Number 3. Okay, number 3. We are doing a couple of different cards today. I hope this finds you happy and well. I am trying to move through these a little quicker. Yep. Oops. And it's hard because I don't really have a view of a timer, so I'm just going with intuitive timing. All right, let's get a spiritual message for you first. Trust the wait. You're being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you're going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe, okay? Trust the wait. Trust the flow. Along with this, we're doing the Mystical Red Rose Oracle for a quick look. Just a moment. Not taking that one. Theme for number 3. Death. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. What's over is over. Ooh. Okay, there's an ending here. I think we need to get one more. What else do we need to hear? The dragonfly. Lighthearted and adapt. Finding out and change. Things coming to light and healing. Okay, so whatever is finished is finished. Now, some people are asking about relationships. I mean, that happens all the time in tarot readings. If you have to ask a tarot reader, you already know, all right? But this may just be a confirmation for some of you that maybe you just have to let a situation go completely. The dragonfly is also a key symbol in spiritual upgrades and transformations here. So you're being prepared for blessings to come in this. So just hang in there. We have the beautiful deck, the Titanic. I only just got these cards, so this is the first time using them, as with all of the cards today. I decided to get a whole lot of smaller things too. So we've got the Titanic cards. We're going to just have a quick look at them. See how it's really misty and moody. All right. So we'll see what comes up on our journey with these cards today. Now, I think lucky I looked in there. There was one card. All right, just one moment, everyone. Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's go. Number 3. Okay, what do you need to hear? We know that this is about an ending in your life, and this is pretty powerful how it came out. Let's go. If you like these cards, as I said, just let me know. I really like them so far. See, this has come up in number 2, right in the center of the read. So I think a lot of people are going through a lot of the same things right now. I mean, we are in a collective. So when that's happening, you know, we're all kind of bouncing through the same things. Now, just one moment. I'll try to make this more visible that way. Really do try. Okay. And we have one at the top. All right, I'm just going to go with my, as you know, feelings. If you want to do courses with me, they are all available. There's payment options. They're all online. You don't have to travel anywhere. And we have a community, an online community. Like-minded people. Not easy to come across, I found. Okay. Had to create my own. And the 8 of Coins comes up. Okay. So here we go. Some of you may have had a past life or a connection with Titanic or the Olympia, which is what it really is. We won't go there right now. I have done many past life regressions for people who have been in this energy. Okay. All right. So we do know that overall you need to wait. There's more information coming. And that you're going to have the strength, obviously, to get through absolutely anything. For number 3, you have a connection with something distant. Maybe this was a distant relationship. Maybe there has been some distance between you and family, you and kids. There seems to be more and more people that are understanding alienation as well, and how dangerous that is. For the parent who's doing the alienation, let's just say, they lose big time in the end. And the turning of events that happen is amazing. Even though some people are like, well, I'm waiting when. Believe me when I tell you, 13 years is a long wait as well for me. And everything turned around when my child was an adult. And I know that sounds like a long, long way, but that is the only time that you won't have to answer to the other parent or have them listening in or have them, there, have them controlling and knowing everything and blah, 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 all their BS. And you begin the rest of that child's life in a fresh way. Now, that's just for some of you. For others, the transformation that you have been going through has led you into making decisions that may not have been for your highest good. There may have been decisions that you made because of a yearning inside of you to feel complete, or to feel connected on deeper levels. And then anybody will be there, and anyone says the right things, and it comes into your space, and you're just accepting of it, thinking, okay, this must be from the universe because here it is. But deep down, every single one of us know intuitively whether something is correct for us or not. Now, the correct pathway is happiness. Always. Always has to be number one. There is a connection here where there's something unsettled within you. Something is not quite right. Now, you have a lot of work to do, as the Eight of Coins is showing. And this work is, you know, the things that you love to do, the focus on your skills, your abilities, and turning your back away from anything that was just not in alignment, right? And focusing on yourself and your forward movement and your healing and all of these things. And the Eight of Coins shows your talents. It shows that you have things that you need to share with the world, right? This is your overall theme, that you have a lot to share here, right? However, some kind of communication, because we have the Queen of Swords here, some kind of communication delivered a little bit too forcefully, perhaps, or something that made you ponder your decisions. And we have the Queen of Swords looking at the future, at the now, and then we have the Empress looking directly into the future. She's looking at the Queen of Swords. So there's a vibration of someone that you feel has been looking at you and perhaps misinterpreting you. And this has led to changes on greater levels than you're first aware of. Okay, you're not aware of everything that's going on here. The King of Wands, this is a gentle person. The King of Wands is someone who is mature and, you know, just gentle, connected with their business. Okay, there was a lot of wealthy people that were killed on the Titanic, right? Gone. Why? Okay, because of some kind of corruption here. So the vibration is that because of this transformation here, because of the death, because of the shift, because of the negative events, because of the series of events that happened, or because of all of the warnings that was going on and all of the information that you were receiving, and people were not happy, or things were you know, you were getting all of this from everywhere. You just decided you wanted to do you, go for it, and do what you want to do, right? Which is fantastic. But what it meant was it meant that you moved away from your turmoil for the short term, but then it didn't last. That's that feeling of, oh gosh, I'm finally free. And it's like, then you start feeling flat and weird. That happens, that weirdness never truly goes away when you're in the wrong place, right? When you're with the wrong people, when you're in the wrong school, when you're in the wrong cycle, when you're, whatever it is, that weird feeling, that unsettling feeling doesn't go away when something's not right for you. But what it's doing is it's leading you into the right situation by allowing your feelings to come to the surface and allowing the situation to begin to reveal itself, right? As it said in your other card here, what was it? Trust the wait, right? You're being prepared for things here. You're being prepared, okay? It's not a punishment, whatever's going on, but you're being prepared for what you really want, okay? The energy of the sun is what everybody wants. This puts a positive vibe on everything. This brings people together in the strongest and most powerful way. this brings the rescue energy, right? Finally, back on land. Finally, away from all of this turmoil. Finally, starting to get myself grounded, connected, supported, aligned. Finally, I'm seeing where I was going wrong, or where I was wasting my energy, or where I was trying to overthink a solution that wasn't going to come with my energy involved in it. Finally, things begin to strengthen in the ways that I actually thought was going to happen. I thought if I did this, then this would happen and it would all be cool. And I could just let myself experience, right? But then those little stirrings of problems arise and you have to cut things out, you know? And the times in this journey, and it's really hard when you're on a spiritual journey, right? You want to be accepting of everybody and everything in your life. You really do. You have compassion for everybody. That's why you're here. You are sensitive. That's why you're trying to grow, right? So when you have to sort of put an end to a situation in your life, it's hard because you feel for that person, you feel for that situation. You wish that things were different, but it's not. And it's showing you time and time again that it's not. And so when you have to put that boundary up and you have to trust that process, it's awkward because you don't want that person to be upset with you, angry with you, or whatever, which shows that you were being sort of manipulated in a way by your emotions. Now that's never a good thing either. The messages I'm sort of getting for you is to acknowledge any situation in your life that truly needs to end. Do you always need to say anything when there's an ending? No. Sometimes you can just let things naturally fade out as well. Because it's not all about hate or whatever. It's just about the journey itself and the way that people change and the way that people grow and the way that people shift on the journey, right? It's just really about that rather than, you know, having to, oh, well, you and giving them a serve. It's not about that. So as you move into this new cycle, you go through these great changes, the right person comes into your fold to help. Doesn't always have to be a relationship either. It can just be a friend. It can just be a professional or a therapist or a spiritual healer or something like that. Comes into your life and you start to recognize the patterns of events a little more clearly. And this brings you into an awakening for yourself. And when there is an awakening, there's an awareness of things that you were holding in your shadow, things that you might not have wanted to admit to yourself, right? And then suddenly it's illuminated. You have to do it because it's in your face. And once you have, you feel so much better. Like, what was I worried about? Oh my God, I was losing sleep over this for no reason. Everything's cool. Everything's connected. And as I said to you, sometimes something doesn't have to be said. It's said enough by the action, you know, and okay, that's just not my thing. Okay, no problem. And you can move on. Understand that there is a lot of healing here and strength within you. Spine, heart, you know, is connected here. The sun is connected with the energy of Leo, and it's connected with the strength card, and it's also connected with the body itself, okay? And the support. Support is your spine. Support is your skeletal system, right, as well. Understand that you have a lot to share in this world, and that if you don't go through these endings, you'll never find the beginning that is really meant for you. You'll just keep on doing Fred Flintstone, the legs are just going and you're moving nowhere. If you keep on repeating a pattern and expect a different result, it's kind of, you know, It's a sign of craziness because it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. So just recognize, number 3, that it's not all up to you to fix everything. It's not all up to you to have to be the one that always gets treated badly. It's not up to you to have everybody dump upon. It's not up to you to have to hear one side of the story all of the time, or they're saying this and they're saying that, and it's all up to you all of the time. You've got to put the brakes on anything that is just overwhelming, because you're never going to get to the bottom of it. You're never going to be able to fix other people's attitudes. You can only work on yourself. And you have to learn when to draw the line. It's a big, big thing, I know, because we want to help everybody. That's who we are. But you can't help everybody if you don't do for yourself first. They won't benefit. There's no benefit to them in their growth and their healing with you doing it for them all the time, or pointing it out, or fixing it, or taking care of it. You don't get anywhere but exhausted. A lot of mothers need to understand that with their kids as well, and also let their kids do their thing as an adult. If they are an adult, let them learn the lessons if they're a younger kid. Let them experience if they're a teenager, but have consequences for stuff as well. This, coddling people is never going to help them, and especially the kids. So, wow. Okay, let's look closely. Someone is watching you. Someone is looking closely, and you are trying to be very clear and direct about the next part of your life. You're going to get through this no matter what happens, because you have the strength and resilience to do so. The transformation here is definitely coming. So don't ignore the warning signs. They ignored the warning signs for a really long time about the icebergs, about the weather, about what was happening. They didn't listen. Why? Know that you're going to get past this and that you're supported every step of the way. A new journey is unfolding. The right person, circumstance, place is coming into your life. Time is key. And the positive health benefits that you receive here is amazing. The healing journey is here, a reconnection with people, a different type of love, a different type of new vibration, and healing for all, and a chance for you to showcase your skills and abilities that you have as well. You will get through this situation, and you will come out the other side so much stronger for it. Okay, you really are blessed. If any of you do need any help with anything, you know where I am. But I appreciate you commenting and helping to keep the activity flowing on our channel here. So, sending you all lots and lots of love. I hope you enjoyed. Many blessings, and bye for now.